country happenings in Boone's Embrace. Graystone Lodge with its gentle grace. Concierge level service so fine in the heart of mountains where trees align.
Good morning, LKN. It's time to get a look inside of the high country with high country happenings. Graystone Lodge, G-R-A-Y, GraystoneLodge.com. Beautiful boutique hotel located in Boone, North Carolina. Easily and conveniently located on Highway 105, kind of right there in the middle, enabling you access all over the high country. Kaity Jo joins us this morning. Kaity Jo, how are you?
Wonderful. How are y'all?
Another day in paradise. Gotta tell me about it though. What's the weather like up there in the high country this morning? Is it that nice crisp air?
Yes, it's actually been very warm this week. We've all been so happy after the rain last week. We're all just talking about how wonderful it is to see the sun and go outside and enjoy the beautiful, everything's green now and everything's blooming and beautiful. And we're all just really excited for it to be summer.
It's kind of wild. It's getting warm out. We've talked to Wahoo with you. We've talked to Zipline. We've done a lot of adventurous stuff with you thus far. But water activities definitely are a fun staple in the high country. Mm-hmm. And another cool resource you guys have is the blog there on Graystone Lodge's website, G-R-A-Y, GraystoneLodge.com, because it's about the full experience. Tell us about this new one, where to find fun water activities in Boone.
Yeah, absolutely. So we like to include on our blog a little bit for everybody, depending on what you're coming up here for. So if you want to tube or paddle on the New River, if you want to get a little crazy and do whitewater rafting with Wahoo's, which is one of our partners, and guests receive a 10% discount, you can do that as well. Or if you want something a little bit more relaxing, you can go canoeing, kayaking, or sit and do some fishing at Price Lake on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Fly fishing is also really popular up here, and Speckled Trout Outfitters does fly fishing with guests. So it's a lot of fun if you want to go fly fishing. They do classes and things like that. Or you could come swim at the Graystone Lodge at our indoor pool too. So there's a lot of things that you can do up here regarding water. You can also go to Valley Cruces Community Park if you're traveling with your pets and let them cool off in the river there. It kind of just depends on if you're looking for something more, adventure seeking and high thrill like the whitewater rafting, or just, tubing down a river with friends.
There's also the other thing. I don't know if everyone would know about this or not, but Boone has waterfalls, or at least the other surrounding, areas up there. What's been some of your experiences other? Not that you have to give like the exact locations of them, but like even just going to see a waterfall. Like, what's that been like for you of growing up in Boone and just knowing that's in your backyard?
There's so many wonderful surprise waterfalls around here. In Valley Cruces, there's one that's only about a half a mile hike up to it. It's if you park at it's the Valley Cruces Conference Center right there at the Episcopal Church. There's a wonderful waterfall. I believe it's called the Crab Orchard Falls, and it's beautiful. It's you don't hear it until when you're right there up on it, and it's beautiful. There's so many along the parkway as well. There's all these different places that you can go and have these. It's just like a little fun surprise. And there's a lot of different ways you can look up where to find these waterfalls. There's an app called All Trails that can kind of tell you which hikes and things involve a water feature like that.
Very cool. And so a lot of adventure that can go on there in the high country. And part of the experience is the lodging, Kaity Jo. I want to know that I can put somewhere, my head down where it's comfortable. But check-in can be like difficult sometimes, right, at hotels. What's the check-in process like at Graystone? Do you guys make it easy, or is it like super complicated?
We try to make it easy for everybody. So we offer an online check-in that you can do prior to arrival. So you can kind of fill everything out online, including, all the information you need when you're checking into a hotel, and go ahead and sign everything that you would typically sign at the front desk. So then when you arrive, we just make sure you're you and hand you your keys. And we always like to make sure that our guests know what's going on in the area and things like that. So even though we do have this sort of online check-in process, we still do like to say hello to our guests and let them know that we're here for them if they need help with itineraries and things to do, and anything that we can do to make their stay up here wonderful.
Well, and you want to go by and say, hey, at the front desk at Graystone Lodge, because that's how you get discounts. That's when you find out about the deals. What are some of your favorite local partnerships that you guys see and that people talk and rant and rave about?
We have so many wonderful local partnerships, from activities to restaurants. I'd say some of my favorite restaurant partnerships we have are Coyote Kitchen and Lost Province, are two wonderful restaurants. Lost Province is downtown. I think they have the best pizza in Boone. I could be a little biased. It's delicious. It's wood-fired pizza, and they always have live music and stuff happening as well. One of my other favorites, if you miss the breakfast at the complimentary breakfast at Graystone, I would head down to Sunrise Grill, which is another one of our partners. If you show your key card, you get a discount. They have wonderful breakfast. They were, I think in 2023, voted the best Eggs Benedict in North Carolina. So they've got a really wonderful menu and a lot of options for people. As far as activities, I would say Sky Valley is a wonderful partner we have. We actually took all of our housekeeping staff up to Zipline last week. And it's just a really wonderful time to, team building for them as well. And it's fun for the whole family. They've got the kids Zipline too. So we have so many local partners that are kind of just something for everybody.
You mentioned the breakfast, and I'll be honest with you. I love the idea, Kaity Jo, of wearing a robe every day. I just never really get around to it. But when I'm on vacation and I'm staying at the Graystone Lodge, I'm taking my time. I'm taking my sweet time in the morning when I'm at Graystone, because I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna put on the slippers, I'm gonna throw the robe on, I'm gonna head on down to the lobby, and there I'm gonna get a delicious continental breakfast.
Absolutely.
I don't even have to leave to get one of your parties. You guys have Hatchet Coffee right there, don't you? Like in the hotel.
Absolutely. Feel free to wear your pajamas down to breakfast. There's no judgment there. We are, want to make sure you're having a comfortable stay, and grab a cup of our Hatchet coffee. So Hatchet is a local coffee roastery up here, and we have Graystone grounds, which is specifically made for us. And it's a wonderful thing that we can offer to our guests to say, hey, here's a little taste of the high country right when you wake up, or right when you arrive and check in. And we also just like to make sure that they know about the local businesses, and once they have a little bit at the Graystone, maybe go visit Hatchet, to try other things, especially with like our Stick Boy products. At breakfast, we have their bagels and their breads, which is really a wonderful thing. I love Stick Boy, and it's such a wonderful staple up here in the high country, and people love to go there for cookies. And they also have the Stick Boy kitchen as well, where you can grab some lunch too.
You already shared with us previously the scavenger hunt map, where you can go all around the high country, bunch of activities. So maybe you're going up and you're a weekend warrior and you're just going to adventure around, but
enjoy the weekend.
Or maybe you want to go to a specific event. There's a few of those taking place. One today, actually, the Blowing Rock Charity Horse Show. Share with us about this event.
Yeah, so that's going to start today. It's going to be through the 8th of June. So it's going to be over there at the Broy Hill Equestrian Preserve in Blowing Rock. There's going to be a lot of different activities. They're going to have the saddlebred division of the show is this first weekend. So it's going to be a whole weekend thing. There's classes. They're going to have the 3 and 5 gated open championships, the fine harness division, roadster classes. There's going to be hackney ponies competing alongside the American saddlebreds. It's going to be a lot of, for all of our people who love animals and love horses, it's going to be a really fun thing to go up there and experience. It's only $10 a day, and children under 12 are free. So it's going to be wonderful to go over there and just see all those beautiful horses and see them showcase their talents and things. Yeah.
That one too, Kaity Jo, has been going on for over 100 years, and that's one that I went to as a kid. So it's the fun stuff too about growing up in this area. My grandparents lived up there, and so something that I enjoy to do with my grandparents as a kid that now I can take. My parents took me to, and now I can take my own kids to. It's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's a lot of history up there just in general as well, right? Daniel Boone is a familiar character up in the high country, isn't he, Kaity?
Well, of course, yes. And actually, this Saturday, June 7th, there's going to be, we're going to celebrate National Daniel Boone Day. So that's going to be fun. I did not know this was happening. So it's going to be at the Hickory Ridge History Museum. So you can celebrate the National Daniel Boone Day at the museum and learn about Daniel Boone with living historical interpreters, colonial craft demonstrations, and then tours to the museum's 6 historical cabins. So it's going to be a lot of fun for guests to come up and kind of see the history of the town. You can watch blacksmithing, cooking on the hearth, spinning the wool at the wheel, listening to 18th century tunes, and then they're actually having tomahawk throwing and square dancing lessons. I think I might go to this just to brush up on my history of the area, because this sounds like a wonderful event for locals and for our guests alike.
Kaity Jo, Graystone Lodge, Gray, GreysstoneLodge.com. Thanks, Kaity Jo. We'll chat next week.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Nights and the fire's burning warm. Graystone Lodge welcomes all who come round the door. Concierge service, they know what you need. In Boone you'll find peace, let your worries recede. If I were a poet, I'd pen you a verse. In these mountains so grand, life's troubles disperse.